This is Kim Hammer with your devotion taken from the book of Judges, chapter 5, beginning with verse 15, going through 31. Chapter 5 is a song that Deborah and Barak are singing as a result of praising God for the victory that he had delivered to the nation of Israel, bringing them out from underneath the suppressive bondage that was placed upon them by Sisera. They had defeated him, even though he had military superiority. We find that that did not stand up against God, who had equipped and who had empowered his people to go up against the odds, and as a result of putting their faith in God, he delivered the enemy unto them. When you take a look at verses 15 through 17, not all the tribes answered the call when Deborah put it out, and as a result of it, now that the battle was over and the victory was won, they were searching their hearts, as the Bible says, on two occasions in verses 15 through 17, and they were experiencing remorse for not answering the call to get involved and to defeat the enemy. And as a result of it, of sitting on the sidelines, they were now experiencing the guilt of having not engaged in the battle. The only thing worse than engaging in the battle and losing is to have not engaged in the battle and experience remorse and guilt because you sat on the sideline. God calls upon his children every day to engage in the battle that we are in here on this earth. And if we sit on the sidelines and opportunities pass us by and others are able to experience the victory because they were willing to pay the price and we were not, then the remorse that you will experience will far outburden you greater than the cost of getting engaged in the battle, even if it costs you something dearly. We find that when you take a look at verse 18, the two tribes that came to the call of Deborah and answered it and were used by God to deliver victory for the whole nation of Israel were recognized for their valor and for their bravery. They were not searching their hearts, wondering what they should have done differently, or experiencing remorse because they refused to get engaged in the battle. Instead, they were being commended for their valor and bravery, and there are your two extremes. You can either be a person that sits on the sideline and watches the battle go by and eventually watches the victory be claimed by somebody else, an opportunity that you had, but you chose to sit on the sideline. As a result of it, you are searching your heart, seeking forgiveness from God. Or you can be associated with those who answer the call, who engage in the battle, who put themselves expendable to the purpose of serving God, and as a result of it, one day will be recognized for the valor or for the bravery. The choice is yours. Sit on the sideline or engage in the battle. Experience a time of reflecting and wishing you would have got engaged when the opportunity was extended to you, or experience what it's like to be recognized for your valor and for your bravery, for stepping up and doing what God called you to do.